This is Digital SAT Practice Test 6, Math Module 2 Hard, Question 22. It says the function f is defined by f of x equals ax squared plus bx plus c, where a, b, and c are constants. The graph of y equals f of x in the xy plane passes through the points 7, 0, and negative 3, 0. Notice the y values are 0. Those are the solutions. Those are the roots. At x equals 7, y is 0, and x equals negative 3, y is 0. If a is an integer greater than 1, which of the following could be the value of a plus b? Now, you have to know this. If a is greater than 1, or in other words, it's positive, it's an right side up parabola. It looks like a U. If a is negative, it's an upside down parabola. That means if it's positive, its vertex will be somewhere down here below the x-axis. If a is negative, the roots will be somewhere here above the x-axis. So they'll be positive values. Not the roots, the vertex rather, will have positive values of y. And if a is positive, the roots will have negative y values. So one way I could do this, and I think College Board gives the math way, you can read that, but I'm going to use Desmos because Desmos has some powerful features. I'm going to make a table. I'm going to put these 2 points, 7, 0, negative 3, 0. And then if I press this button with the line, with the dots around it, I get regressions. I'll go to quadratic regression and it has an answer, but it doesn't, because this one says 0x squared plus 0x plus 0, and r squared is undefined. If it found a good regression, it would have r squared equal 1. I mean, that would be a perfect regression, which is what I'm looking for answers on SAT. But in practice, if you get an r squared equals 0.5 or 0.4, it's good. But on SAT answers, I'm looking for r squared equal 1. And it doesn't have the vertex. But again, it says that a is positive, so the y value of the vertex will be somewhere below the x-axis. But what's the x value? Well, I take it's halfway between the zeros, so I add them together. 7 plus negative 3 is 4, and I divide it by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So I found the x value of the vertex. And now, because a is positive, the y value is below the x-axis, so it's negative, I'll put, I don't know, negative 20. And notice I get 0.8 for x. So let me try negative 16. And now x is going down, 0.64. So I want to go bigger than negative 20. Negative 33. I've got 1.32. I'll try negative 24. 0.96. Negative 25. Oh, okay. Now I've got an a value equals 1. 1 x squared minus 4x minus 21. Notice the r squared is equal to 1. Now it's got this thing 100%. And if I add a plus b, a is 1 plus negative 4 is negative 3. And that is, in fact, one of the answer choices. Except the question says a is an integer. That means it's got to be like 1, 2, 3, 4. Greater than 1. This isn't greater than 1. That's 1. So negative 25. Now, I think I have this already. Probably if I double that, I'll get 2, which is true. But even if you don't see that, just start going a smaller and smaller number. Negative 27, negative 35, negative 42. Eventually, you'll see the pattern, or maybe you'll see the pattern. Eventually, you will. So now a is 2, b is negative 8. 2 plus negative 8 is negative 6. And that's one of the answer choices. A is the answer. Now, who knows? Maybe that wouldn't be the answer choice. Maybe it would be this one, 3x squared minus 12x minus 63, negative 12. A plus b is 3 plus negative 12 is negative 9. What if negative 9 was the correct answer? They had, like negative 9, negative 7, negative 3, and 4. Well, then negative 9. You might have to look for when a is 3 or a is 4 or a is 5. But now you see how to do that in Desmos. So you can answer a question like this without doing all that math that they ask you to do, which might be just as fast. So take a look at how to do it with the math like it shows on College Board. Anyway, that's how to answer this with Desmos. SAT Practice Test 6, Question 22 in the Math Module 2 Hard.